Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where and time you're watching this video from. This is the author of the page Daniel's Medical Facts and Tips, the page where health related issues will be discussed, page where an awareness will be created for to the public. This my page is not meant for a cinema, neither is it for a comic. It's just programmed basically for health related issues. Do you think what I'm thinking? There are so many people nowadays who are suffering from different kinds of ailments. So many are not aware of what they are suffering from. So many are ignorant. So in this page, we are going to discuss that. We are going to discuss different kinds of health related issues. And as such, going to look for a natural remedy for those related issues, health related issues. Now, do you think that if those people are enlightened, that they would like to live the way they are living? No, they wouldn't have loved to live the way they are living. They wouldn't have loved to live the way they are living. So in this page, we are going to discuss all those things. Now, today's topic is on a common disease condition that people are suffering from. And what is that? Hypertension. I know you may come across this word hypertension and some of us may not really know what hypertension is. Don't worry, just calm down. We are going to discuss that. Now, hypertension, do you used to think, if you've heard of it before, where does it come from? Has this thing been in existence for years? Don't worry, you will know it today. Now, this hypertension we are talking about, does it have vulnerable groups, as a group of people that is being affected by it? Or is it specific to a certain age grades? Don't worry yourself, just calm down, we'll still discuss on that. Now let's go into the history of hypertension. Hypertension has been recognized for centuries. It has been recognized for centuries. But it became easier to diagnose after the invention of the blood pressure cuff, a sphygmomanometer. It is an apparatus used in checking one's blood pressure, sphygmomanometer, by Scipion River Rossi, Scipion River Rossi in 1896. Now today, hypertension is one of the leading cause of heart diseases. Many people are suffering from heart attack, heart disease, maybe heart failure, stroke, kidney failure, and maybe premature health or premature destruction of their life worldwide. Now, this hypertension, what does it really mean? Is it something that just occur within a short period of time? That's where we get into the definition of hypertension. Now, hypertension is a long-term medical condition in which the force of blood pushing against the walls of the arteries remains consistently very high. When the force of blood against the arterial walls is consistently high, that is hypertension. What is hypertension? It is generally diagnosed when a patient or a person's BP is above the normal range. Everything has a normal range now. Everything has a normal range. It has their optimal range. It has the lowest range and all those things. Now, since we are talking about hypertension, that means we need to reason in the high range, high range. Now, at what range of BP can be considered as hypertension? Some people may say 150, from 150, some may say from 149, some may say from 160 and all of that. But I want to tell you that BP or blood pressure from 140 and above is considered to be high. It is considered to be high. That is in the systolic aspect. Then in the diastolic, from 90 above is considered to be high. From 90 above is considered to be high in the diastolic. Now, the normal ranges of BP in the systolic aspects is from 100 to 139 millimeters of mercury. Now, the low one, which is the diastolic, ranges from 50 to 89 millimeters of mercury. So if you check your BP and it is above this range, that shows that your BP is high. Shows that your BP is high, that you need to do something. Now some people may say, wait, disease. There is no disease that has no cause. So what's the cause of this? Hypertension being the silent killer doesn't have a cause. But there are some factors that predispose someone to this health related issue. Then what are those factors that exposes someone to high blood pressure? Now, number one is excessive salt intake. If you're a kind of person that maybe after cooking your food, after cooking your meal, you apply a table salt in it, definitely it will expose you to high blood pressure. Now, some other thing is obesity or overweight. If obesity is kind of accumulation of bad fats, when you have bad fat in the body, definitely it will also predispose you to hypertension. Now, the next thing is physical inactivity. If you're a kind of person that is very not doing exercise, you're not doing exercise, you're just relaxed, you're just resting for so many times without doing exercise, definitely it will also predispose you to hypertension. Now, excessive alcohol consumption. So many people will say, let me enjoy my life. They know that you're hurting yourself. So let me enjoy my life, let me do my things the way I like, but I'm telling you that excessive alcoholic consumption is one of the factors that predisposes one to high blood pressure. It's one of the factors that predisposes one to high blood pressure. Now, family history of hypertension. This one happens, but this one is rare. But it is rare. There are some family, if you want to trace your history, your family history, there are some people that has a forebears that had hypertension, and definitely it is possible to be inherited. It is very possible to be inherited. That means the grandchild or great grandchildren may also harbor this kind of disease condition. And some other thing is diabetes. Someone that is diabetic, you know what happens in diabetes? Those glucose that's supposed to be absorbed in the bloodstream, you rather do what? Stains the lumens of the arterial. It will stain the lumens of the artery, hereby causing what? Adhesions of that blood vessel. It will cause adhesion. It will narrow the blood vessel, and we call it arteriosclerosis. It will narrow the blood vessel, and when the blood vessel is narrow, the heart, being an autonomic nervous system, which doesn't depend on anything. What it knows is just to render its effective, to render its function without focusing on anything. Will continue pumping the blood. As it's pumping the blood and there is a blockage, definitely it will do what? It will lead to high blood pressure. So diabetes is one of the points, is one of the facts that predispose someone to hypertension. Then kidney disease is another point. If you are someone that is having kidney failure, definitely it can also predispose you to high blood pressure. Increasing age, aged people, aged people at times, age also predisposes someone to hypertension. Then what are the signs and symptoms? Like I said earlier, hypertension doesn't have signs and symptoms. So, like it seems it's a silent killer. It doesn't really has a particular sign and symptoms. But some of the symptoms that ones may experience is persistent headache. You feeling headache gradually, feeling headache gradually, feeling headache consistently, constant headache. You may consider it as one of the signs and symptoms. Dizziness, you feel dizzy, some people will feel drowsy. That's also a sign or symptoms that you need to check your BP in case it is high. Some will have blood vision. They say, "Ah, I can't see clearly. I'm having if kind of myopic vision, myopic vision." So that's the thing that can also predispose someone to hypertension. Then some other thing is nosebleed, call it epistaxis. Epistaxis can also cause epistaxis can also cause hypertension. Epistaxis, that's bleeding from the nose, can also cause hypertension. It can also cause hypertension. Like it's one of the signs that someone is having high blood pressure. Then some people due to maybe pleural effusion, accumulation of fluid in the lungs, it's a sign that you need to check your BP. Some may feel weak as fatigue in the aspect of fatigue. It's also a sign that your BP is high. The irregular heartbeats, that is arrhythmia. Some people may have arrhythmia, fast pulsation, fast pulsation. It shows that you need to check your BP because it may be high at this point. Then what are the group of people that are vulnerable for this high blood pressure? What are the group of people that are vulnerable for this high blood pressure? One is adults over 40 years, people that are easily affected by high blood pressure is adults over 40 years of age. Individual with a family history of hypertension, it's a possibility. Then people who are overweight, like I said earlier, obesity, when you are overweighted, definitely you are vulnerable to have hypertension. The smokers, there is this saying that smokers are liable to die young. So, as such, you also need to relate it to this that it can also predispose you to hypertension. The heavy alcohol user, if you are a kind of person that is fond of taking much alcohol, of kind of person that involve yourself in much alcoholic intake, definitely you are vulnerable for hypertension. You are vulnerable. Then what are the organs that are what are those viscerals, those internal viscerals that are affected by this hypertension? What are those organs that are affected? One is what? The heart. The heart is the first organ that has been affected by hypertension. That is when you see some people experiencing heart attack. You have heart attack, heart failure, enlarged heart, that's carditis. Some people have carditis because of hypertension. So that's the first organ that has been affected by hypertension. Then the next one is the brain. See some people having a stroke. So once the brain is affected, once your BP is high, definitely to affect your brain. And from there your brain to experience what we call stroke. Or some memory problems, they may have a dementia. Someone will say, oh, I can't recall something, that kind of a thing. It's a clear indication that your brain is being affected by hypertension. Then vision in the aspect of the eye, they may not see clearly. Some of them may have this blurred vision. So it is the eye is an organ, is one of the organs too that can be affected by hypertension. Now, what are the dietary advice? Follow for more to know the dietary advice that can be given to sort out this hypertensive condition. Thank you.